Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about a game that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and that game is Battlefield. Now, there's Battlefield 6, the open beta is out right now, and I had a chance to jump in and play some of that, so I'm just going to talk to you guys about my opinions, what I think the game is going to be. Do I think it has the potential to push themselves past the reputation that Battlefield 2042 set for them, and just kind of, show you guys some gameplay. But before we get started in the video, if at any point you find yourself liking the video, hit the like button. It helps us out in the algorithm. If you want to stay up to date with World of Warcraft or Battlefield content, your guys' support on the last video was great. So just hit that subscribe button, keep coming back. We do new videos every Thursday. And be sure to follow me over on Twitch. We stream every Sunday, 7:30 to 11 a.m. morning stream. Kind of start your day out with me, grab a cup of coffee, watch me play some games. So, without further ado, let's hop into the video. First off, before I start, I just want to say Battlefield has a special place in my heart. I can still remember being like, I think I was 12, and we got a PlayStation 4, and Battlefield 4 was out, and that was one of the first games we got. And I remember vividly running around the map that had the island in the middle of it and looking at the water, and just I was just walking around looking at the water, going, "Whoa, next gen water!" And I died like 8 times because I was just staring at the water. It was kind of my first time stepping away from a shooter like Call of Duty and stepping into something a little different, and it clicked with me really well. I spent a lot of time in Battlefield 4, and then after that I kind of fell off of Battlefield, but I've always kind of longed for it. I tried the one that was set, I think, in World War One, and I had a good time with that, but unfortunately I just fell off of that, and there's something about it just didn't click with me. And now we're here and we have the open beta for Battlefield 6, and guys, I am excited. When I tell you that this game is just Battlefielding like no other Battlefield has in a while, I mean it. There's something great about the way that they paced the game, where it feels a little more slow and methodical while still having that same fast run and gun kind of feel to it. It's hard to explain until you get your hands on it, but it feels so great. The gunplay feels great. The vehicle combat feels great. Like, there's something kind of really nice about jumping into a tank and getting into combat with other tanks that feels impactful in a way that it didn't, I think, in the last couple games, especially 2042. And they just have such more with the emphasis on destruction in this game, and the way that you can repair the tanks, and the kind of balancing around that. It feels so good and so fun to just get in a standoff with another tank across the battlefield and duke it out until there's only one winner. It feels great. I can't describe it enough. It feels very good, very fun. Now, the big thing about this one, of course, is that they're bringing back the destruction. Now, as someone who came from Battlefield 4, they had the Levolution concept, which was, destruction, but it was the same destruction every map, or every round, every match. The big building would fall down, or this one specific tower would collapse and create these big, and it was cool, the Zeppelin would crash, stuff like that, whereas, like, it was destruction, but it was so linear and assigned, where here I think they've done a good job at making the destruction feel a little more natural and just really pretty. It's not on the level that the finals is, but it's still great. On some of the more open maps where it's more fields and then buildings kind of sparsed out, you can fully level those buildings. Those buildings can get fully flattened. But I've noticed that in like the more city street areas, you can level a lot of the stuff, but there's certain buildings where you'll just collapse rooms and collapse areas of it, and that's about as far as you can go. So that's a little disappointing. It would be really cool to have like a full city that you could collapse and destroy. Maybe that'll be featured in like the New York map or one of the maps where that's possible, but on the map on the beta, it just doesn't seem feasible. Which, it's unfortunate, but it's so fun. So I kind of give them a pass on that. Along with that, the reintroduction of the classic class system, assault, engineer, medic, or support, or whatever it is, and then the sniper, that all feels really good. I'm not sure how they're going to keep it, because I remember they said something about in the beta they're going to have it so you can either have the regular thing where everyone has assigned weapons, or the free range where everyone can use the weapons, but you'll have special perks per class for specific assigned weapon types. So we'll kind of have to wait and see how that turns out at launch. Me personally, I would prefer the old school weapon system. Every class has these assigned type of guns and you can use it and kind of play around with it, and I prefer that. Also, sniping just felt great and satisfying and punchy. There is a feature where if you get a headshot, you can instantly kill somebody and negate their ability to be revived and kind of work away at those tickets. Though I didn't have it happen to me that much. I got it to happen one time because I was literally running out in the open and I didn't get it on video, but it doesn't seem like it happens, so that's there. But it feels really good, really punchy and satisfying. All the weapons really do. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Do I think this game is going to be able to make it? Yes and no. I think if they play their cards right and the devs are really attentive to the community and listen to feedback, this has the opportunity to be the best Battlefield in years. Especially because it would be competing with something like Delta Force, which is very fun, but it's very free to play, and a lot of the elements of that game are very geared toward trying to get you to come back and grind out these like boxes and level yourself up to this like so many bars and clutter and all this stuff, where maybe Battlefield can kind of streamline some of that, still get you coming back every day with like some rewards and stuff, but not feeling so overwhelmed by it. And honestly, this game is just, it's got that AAA money behind it, which is something Delta Force doesn't have. So maybe that difference there can actually propel this game into something better and not be overshadowed by that free-to-play market that's emerging for this type of game. And especially as somebody who's played a lot of Delta Force recently, I think Delta Force is really fun. I think they do the Battlefield type gameplay really well, but it's just, the destruction is kind of missing there. That element doesn't, and the destruction is such a big fun part of Battlefield. I remember Bad Company, that was like one of the big things that everybody goes, yeah, we need destruction like Bad Company. And so hopefully we're getting back there. But if you guys enjoyed the gameplay at all, enjoyed my opinions, have any of your own, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you found yourself liking the video, hit the like button. It really helps us in the algorithm. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. I do streams every Sunday, and I put up a new video here every Thursday. So, guys, just, thank you for sticking around. Thank you for having a good time, and we'll see you next time. Peace.